Hey, how y'all doing? I just thought I'd pop up here and say hi and see how people are doing and see if maybe we're making the right choices, and if not, well, we suffer the consequences, right? But today I'm just going to talk a little bit about, Christmas is coming, and for a lot of people, it's a time that they spend alone because there's no more family left. I know for me, due to addictions and untreated mental issues, I'm one of those people. I really don't celebrate Christmas. Last year I had an amazing Christmas because I had my adopted family, and I went out to PEI and spent it with my adopted sister, Shelley, and I had a great time out there, and a fabulous time. And today I'm just going to say, hey, Shelley, I was waiting for my invite, but I know you're struggling with things there, and things have been pretty laid back here for me. But people, there's a lot of people out there that are struggling today, okay? A lot of people that hurt. A lot of people that, we lost that ability to love others because we can't love ourselves. And I'm finding that ability, but it's not making much of a difference in my life, because even though I'm finding the love for myself, to treat myself with the love and the dignity and the respect that I deserve, it's not giving me the results, I guess direct results, that I wish it would. I wish I could gain from it. Life is something that we take for granted, and we forget that we are actually the creators of our own life. The Creator will give us options. There's all kinds of options out there. You can choose to do drugs. You can choose to drink. You can choose to not drink. You can choose to not do drugs. You can choose to have your family. You can choose to do the right thing when the right thing is supposed to be done. We don't have to go through these tough times. I've totally stripped myself of everything that meant anything to me other than myself. And I'm grateful that I have certain people in my life today that encourage me that I am worthy. Okay, I do deserve to be here. But as Christmas comes, it's tough, because I have no family. I just don't. My mom, my dad, and my brother, they all died years ago, and that was the extent of my family, really. And then I had my kids. Well, they're mad at me. Well, my one boy isn't, but it's just not time to connect there. And I've been just thinking about those out there also who are suffering. At least I got a roof over my head. At least I got some food to eat. And every now and then I can treat myself to something. But for those of you that lived the life that I once lived, the homelessness and the no faith and the no hope, never give up, okay? Never give up. Today, my life, right? In a nutshell, when I supposedly finished high school, which I never really finished, I went for a while, but I got a job, and the only reason I got a job was to prove that I had an income, because I always had money, because I was doing other things to make money, and I had to figure out how to explain how I had that money. So I had to work, and I had some good jobs, and they were cool, and I worked, and I did drugs, and I worked, and I drank, and I went through my life like that. And I worked my way up the corporate ladder in a couple of companies. I was with one company 17 years, became a specialist in logistics, and did all kinds of crazy things, build and design warehouses, inventory control. And later on in life, when I thought I had my life put together, I got back into the harder drugs, and it took me out. At around 40, I think it was, I guess it'd be around 40. Somewhere in there, I can't remember. I have to get a timeline. I crashed and burned, I started doing blow, and then the blow one day turned into crack cocaine, and the crack cocaine, that took me out. That's when the Reaper introduced himself to me and said, hey, man, let's go party. And I did. I walked away from everything, my house, my family, my kids. And I just left it all behind, because right then and there, I was chasing the dragon, as you want to call it. That's what they used to call it when we did heroin. But the crack bag, chasing that high. And before long, I was homeless on the streets of Edmonton. Homeless. And that was not fun. That was not fun. And I had to re-engage into my mind of what it was like when I was younger, when I was like that, okay? So I had to reinvent what I knew in order to survive. And I did pretty good. You know, I took care of myself, and nobody ever took advantage of me out there. But I realized that there's a better way, because I did sell drugs and be in a criminal activity earlier on in life before I became successful in business. And so I reminded myself of that, and I got back at her, eh? And that's how I lived, and basically disappeared from my family and everything, and just went and lived that way. And finally one day, you know, I just said I had enough, because my life was not fun anymore. There was a lot of violence, a lot of crime, a lot of having to hurt people, a lot of having to, you know, watch my back. But I survived it, and I got an 8.5-year recovery period out of that. And then I relapsed, because I didn't do my recovery 100% the way it says. I was speaking with somebody the other day, and I said, you know, this doesn't work, people, because they don't do it the right way. They don't do it 100% the way it says to do it. If you make one little change, or you decide to not do one little thing in recovery that is expected of you, you're going to fail. Trust me, I know. You don't have to believe me, but trust me. And if you want to talk about it, get back to me. We can talk about it. But anyway, that cost me, because I relapsed, and I just was going for one more. And I went, and I was gone. I was gone. I've struggled since then, up till now. Okay, off and on, off and on, off and on. And it's because I don't get honest with myself. I think I'm better than. I think I know better, because I've overeducated myself in a lot of places. But today I'm an actor. I believe I'm going to get my big moment. You know, I had my first movie contract just a little while ago, and I like the pay wage. Yeah, I really like pay wage. I'm breaking into comedy. People think I'm funny. You know, I go on stage, they laugh their asses off. I recently did a modeling gig in Banff, Alberta, and I loved it. I just thought it was so cool. You know, you do all the makeup and wear these cool designer outfits, and I really enjoyed that. I want to do some more of that. And I want to also start speaking again to kids, so that they make sure and make the right choices, so that they don't think the gangster's all so cool. You know, we got to change the world. We got to change the world. And it's people like you and me that maybe we can stand up and tell the next generation, man, let's just do it right. Okay? Now, what is the right way? I don't know exactly. But the right way is going to be to not to be the stupid way. Okay? And that's crime, drugs, you know, all that. That's not the right way to make the world a better place. You can see it in politics today. Okay? None of them are honest. None of them are doing anything right. And I don't know how they get away with it, but it's crazy. So I just wanted to say to everybody, never give up. Do what's right. Not what you think is right, but what is actually right. Let's start making the world a better place. If you're homeless and you feel hopeless, I was there. You got to take action and do something. And yeah, it starts small, and it seems like it can never change. It's got to change right here inside you. Because if it changes in here, that'll change everything out there. That's when you will see the hope. That's when the light will be flickering just a little bit at the end. Practice some humility and ask for help. There's people that'll help you. So what if you got to live poor for a little while? It won't be long. Right? I did it. I did it. I came from the basement of the depths of hell, of wanting to die every fucking morning, to today looking forward to living because I got things to do. I've worked with numerous Hollywood stars. I have a couple of friends now, and I'm looking forward to making life better. Even though Christmas is coming and I get depressed and I feel lonely, it's going to get better. So all I want you to do is be nice, have respect, be loving, believe in yourself, because I believe in you. I truly do. And not only that, I love all of you people out there. So if you don't think you're loved and the Creator gave you today, right there is where He's telling you He loves you, you belong, and you're accepted. No human power can take that away from you. That I promise. Be firm with who you are. Love you. You're not a bad person.